All right, we are live in the Krypt once again. Another night, kind of a surprise one. My good friends, Michael Bailey Smith and Paige Smith, have this new product coming out. We talked a little bit about it. I did a couple quick lives, and I've been excited to see my friends anyway. And the fact that they're doing this really cool project that they're so passionate about, I wanted to bring them on and talk to them. And I know Mike's got a lot going on, especially up till Tuesday. So he's a busy man, but he's taking the time to come up here, hang with us, and tell us all about this new product. So without further ado, let me find the round of applause. I'm always a little slow with that. Welcome, Michael Bailey Smith and Paige Smith. He's invisible tonight. She's John Cena tonight. You can't see her.
Yeah. He is like John Cena.
Well, welcome, my friend. It's
been
too long. It's so good to catch up with you and just hang out and talk with you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's been fun. Thanks, John, for having me. Appreciate it. And I know Paige does too. We are excited. Launching a new product and out into the market. It's fun. It's scary. It's all those things together. So, but the sky's the limit for this. So Paige has got a remarkable story and how this whole thing came about. And when I came into our life, I saw this. I'm like, wow, we need to get this out into the world. And I'm pretty good at that part. So that's what we're working on.
Well, I mean, we've talked a lot and we've become close friends. Me and Paige had a wonderful time at this celebration of you guys uniting together and being married and becoming officially Mr. and Mrs. Paige. And, you've been talking about this for so long, and I know how much hard work you put into just even the advertising and the ideas you had to really bring it to the people and this packaging. Now, we talked about this. I haven't even opened it yet because I wanted to do it with you guys, and you got it back there.
Yep.
This is beautiful. The way it arrives, this black packaging, and with the red and white. I'm a big fan of the red and white. I love that. So
yes,
it sold me right there. It's like, man, this is so cool. And I haven't even wanted to open it because I don't want to ruin the packaging.
Yeah. So Paige is off screen because she's in her jammies. So still she's but can you show that packaging again a little bit?
Yes, absolutely.
There you go. Look at that. It looks good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah.
I love it. It's awesome. When you asked me, I was the first thing I wanted to tell you. You had already asked. It's like, dude, that packaging is amazing.
Well, the thing about it, and I see Michael Toss on and things like that, and he sends stuff out, and like when you have a product that you're commercializing, there's so much that goes into every bit of that, right? So how do you have manufacturability, meaning be able to do the same thing over and over again when you get more orders and more orders and more orders. And so, like for instance, that poly bag, that became an idea when we're getting Amazon, deliveries at our house. I'm why can't we do something like that, but be it more specialized with Inseam Saver? And so we got that squared away, and we designed the logos and the wording on it, because the idea for the packaging, if you think about it, as that packaging gets handed from UPS to deliver to the truck to someone else, you got to advertise on the back on the box what it's about and sell it, right? When you open the box up, you're done selling, the person's already bought it. But here we want to, I did a ton of research on this, and being in business is kind of what you have to think about. So
well, it's cool. It seems like it's cost efficient.
Yes.
I mean, it gives that presentation without breaking the bank on just packaging, because it's what's in the package.
It's in a poly bag, yeah.
I love it. And I'm going to open this while we talk a little bit. And Matt Burns was on last night from Carolina Fear Fest, and I brought up that you were coming on today. He's like, I had my bootleg of the Fantastic Four, and you were his favorite person in there.
Thank you.
He's a big fan of the Fantastic Four. That you did. I mean, that was awesome.
It's clobbering time. Yeah.
There you go, Matt. You got the clobbering time from the big man.
Hey,
and
so
I was telling him, you told me you couldn't get in that outfit because you were just too damn big.
So can I show a picture of that?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna show a picture of, if I can find this.
That'll give me a chance to get this packaging opening, because I want to be able to put it back in after, because it looks so good.
I'm going to share my screen here for a minute. I'll do this full screen.
If you go to present.
I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So hold on a minute. Share my screen. It's okay. And window. So this Matt, Mr. Burns would like that one. That's pretty cool, right? Look at that. That's from the that's Roger Corman, and you got Jay Underwood as Johnny Storm. You got Oli Sassone as a director, Rebecca Staub, and there is Alex Hyde White, who came to the wedding, and there's me with the thing head. So
he couldn't fit in the suit though. We were
Yeah.
talking about the documentary, and if anybody hasn't seen that documentary, I think it's on Tubi. It's really, really good.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. So that's a great article too on the that, and how do I end this? I don't know how to end this anyway. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. So.
And I love this box here, man.
So yeah, so there's the box on it. So we did a lot of different variations of that. But again, you open the box up, and what's the tagline say? John, what's the tagline say on the box?
I'm going to open it. I haven't opened it yet. Like I want to
on the outside of the box.
On the outside. It says fix your shrinkage and save a bundle. I like it, man. I love what you do. It's really creative, the whole thing.
Yeah,
and it's memorable. Like I don't remember things too well, but I remember Inseam.
So can we play the video of the animation of how we put that together and developed?
Absolutely. Do you know how to set that up?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Please go. And I'll start getting this open a little bit.
So let me tell a little bit about how we came about that idea. Was
this is amazing.
I don't know if people know, but in one of my escapades as an actor, yeah, that's great. One of my pages as an actor, I was Mr. Clean. So that's pretty awesome. So I was Mr. Clean. But if you think about Mr. Clean and that character, Mr. Clean is basically a household cleaner, right? It's something that everybody uses every day. There's millions of those, but there's only one Mr. Clean. Well, the Inseam Saver, the product itself is not a Ferrari. It's not a brand new watch or something really sexy. It's something very utilitarian. It helps bring your clothes back to life after they shrunk from the wash. So it's very, it's not that quote, that sexy thing. So how do we make this exciting? And one of the things we did was we wrapped a superhero around it. Where I took Paige, an image of her, and I got her animated. And what we did is created a little story around it. So let me see if I can play this. Hold on.
This is really cool, guys. This is great. And I know how much you put into getting this together and how much research and finding the right people to help you get it going and with this animation.
In a world where clothes shrinkage plagues mankind,
Can you hear that?
the only solution that will save you is...
What's wrong?
My new jeans shrunk from the wash.
Not again. Pull harder. I'm not wasting $160 on another pair of jeans. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Paige. Stay calm and use your Inseam Saver. Taking just a minute to set up, Inseam Saver can restore, maintain, and even add length or width to any stretchable fabric like jeans, yoga pants, shirts, sweaters, and even delicates.
Whoa.
Just wash, stretch, and let dry. It's that easy.
Wow, they're like new. Thank you.
Remember to use your Inseam Saver. Fix your shrinkage and save a bundle!
I want a full-length Inseamer movie after watching that. It's so good. Paige, Superhero Paige, Super Freddy and Super Paige.
How do I end this? I'm trying to get this back.
Just here, we'll go like that.
You do it. Okay, good. Thank you. So good. Thank you. So that's it. So that's that's our promo. We're going to edit that down and do some little quick TikTok and things like that later.
I thought it was great, though. I know how eager you were to do that, and the fact that you were able to get it together, and it's done so well.
So I wrote it. I edited the editing. I added the sound. I hired actors for the voiceover. I used 11 Labs to do the voiceover at the beginning. I took my voice, cloned it in a world. I did that, and so I cloned it, and then and we did that, and then the music I got licensed, and so I did it all.
You need to be doing that voiceover. I'm telling you, that right there was great, man. I'm excited for the movie you were going to announce.
but that was pretty cool. It's funny when I showed that to Brett Wagner. He's like, "That's your voice." I'm like, yeah. So anyway, so this is the inside of the box. So yeah, so the QR code takes you to the website, and then on top is the you open it up. There's a travel bag inside. If you open up so the
first take some things out. Here's the travel bag.
So that Inseam Saver fits in that. You could take it with you on the road or whatever. So it's really great. Yeah.
Nice velvet.
Yeah.
I like it. Very nice. Very, very cool. What do we got in here too?
So these are felt strips. And so for the most part, you don't need those. But if you have delicates, it's good to put those over the low profile hooks that are on the hanger itself. So
I think it'd be good for me when the winter weight gain comes in. I can make sure my shirts are stretched. I don't gain nothing. They're not getting tighter.
Well, it's great for making your jeans, yoga pants, sweaters long. Make those long sleeves longer. If you've got ate a little too much for Christmas, you can increase the waist, everything. So it's really fantastic.
Well, Paige is a very, very much, and you are as well, fashion. I mean, you guys understand fashion. So
That's her, not me. I'm a sweats and a suit guy. I wear sweats, and then if I have to go to business, I wear a suit. But she dresses me nicely, so for sure.
She is definitely a stylish lady. So she knows her clothes, and I can only imagine how great this is for somebody who's into the fashion or clothes, and they could use something like this. And it seems like it's really easy to set up and just basically hang it on a door or your closet door, right?
Yeah, and the thing is that on the website, I think Michael Toth went to it. He said he did. Is that it has all the setup videos that you need, so everything. So for unboxing, installation, a vocabulary, everything. Yeah, so that's
to help it stretch, right?
Yeah, so that's the webbing that's the backbone of Inseam Saver, and that was specially designed by Paige. So Paige went to the New York Institute of Design, and so she has basically like an engineering degree in fashion, and so she went and worked with a machinist, a tool machinist person to develop that webbing. It's very specialized. So,
I'm also gonna. And what is this in here? Oh,
that's just a measuring tape.
Oh, it's a tape measure. Okay, how cool! That's great. It's cool. And it's really simple. I mean, that is awesome, man. That's a really nice little tape measure right there. I'm gonna also pull up the Inseamer website so we can share it in stuff like that. So anybody who wants to go check out the website, which is easy to find. I don't know how easy you found, because you're there and you've used it a lot. But I typed in n-steamsaver.com and it came right up. You guys are top of the list. So the name right there, you did a great job on, because you want to make sure when you're looking on Google, it pops up and there's not a bunch of different things. And you guys got a catchy name. And it really is. It's on the top of the search thing. You put Inseam Saver and it's there.
Well, the thing is, Paige has had this idea for about 20 years, right? And so when I met her 3 years ago, I met her and I said, "What are these things on the back of these doors?" She goes, "Oh, I call it the Inseam Saver. I created this thing, and I've got she bought some components and parts and things like that, and she did sell some to friends and family." I said, "Well, you know what you need to do, which I'm pretty good at, is commercializing." And the last couple I took one business and I built them from zero to about 300-400 million in about 3 years. And I said, I could get this going. So we put some work into it, all by her supervision. She's the brains behind everything. I'm just the monkey in the suit, just making it all happen. And
you guys need to get on Shark Tank.
Well, she actually passed the second round of Shark Tank with no product, just pictures.
Just pictures.
But what happened is that COVID hit, and then she had an accident where she lost part of her memory, and then she just never went back to do it again. But my goal is to get her on HSN, and I'm going to make her famous. That's
you are. You guys got it. I mean, you guys are such a great team, great couple, talented couple, both of you. And this is a great product. I mean, this is really cool. I really love the packaging. Mike's telling me now I got a tape measure to measure boxes when I'm shipping them out, because he's always asking me to measure things. So I got something very useful just in that right there. Makes it worth the money. But he had a good question. It's a little off topic. I have always meant to ask you because it's one of my favorite shows, but it's not the actual, they're hinting at your Fantastic Four movie. I don't know if you ever watched Arrested Development, but I have. Yeah. Does that give you a kick when you hear like Ron Howard and them talking about the Fantastic Four? Yeah, it is pretty cool. And again, when we first did that movie, I had no idea. I just came. I'm kind of still pretty darn new in Hollywood. I did one movie. I actually did two. The first one was Nightmare on Elm Street. I played Super Freddy, and then I played in a movie called CIA Codename Alexa with O.J. Simpson and Lorenzo Lamas. I was just supposed to do a fight scene. They said, "Hey, this guy can act," and so they wrote me, and I was the fourth lead in the film, which was pretty awesome. But then I was doing Renegade with Lorenzo Lamas. Remember that TV show in the 90s? Oh, yeah. That's filmed in San Diego. And I remember in the middle of doing that, I got an audition for the Fantastic Four. And there was no internet back then. So I just kind of figured out I knew it was a superhero, but I didn't know much more than that. And then went up and read, and then read again for the director. And next thing you know, I got it. I beat out some pretty well-known people later on that became pretty well-known. So weren't you cast? You were cast late, and that's why you were just Ben Grimm and not the Thing. Yeah. So normally in Hollywood shuts down probably the second or third week in December, right? So it was really strange that we did like this. What the last episode of the season for Renegade was in December, like the second week of December. All of a sudden, I have an audition. And they're going to start filming like right at the end of December. That's very strange because normally they shut down like mid-December and don't open up again until probably mid-January. So it's very strange that you're going to start a movie right before the year ends. Unbeknownst to us, that was the whole plan. This guy named Bernard Eichlinger, who's now since passed away, but he was part of New Constantine, and he had the rights to the Fantastic Four, and he was going to lose those rights. In his agreement, he had to start production on something before the end of 1993. And so he said, well, who can do it cheap and just get it going? And then, I'll figure it out from there. And a lot of people still say it's the best Fantastic Four movie to date. I think story-wise, yes. I think it's more true to the comic book and the feeling that. And after doing the movie and then reading a ton of the Fantastic Four and understanding Ben Grimm, and the Thing and everything like that. Stan Lee came to the set during one of our scenes. It was at the Baxter Building, downtown Los Angeles, that we were filming this. And he came up to me and said, Michael, you are what I envisioned when I created Ben Grimm. So you are the perfect guy. You're, a football player. And it's funny, the Letterman jacket that I have that I wear in the movie is from Eastern Michigan. And it has a big E on it. Well, guess where Ben Grimm played football on scholarship at Empire State. And so it's perfect fit. So, well, you better start suing for copyright. I mean, they stole your look. They you're the basis for it. I mean, I thought it was great. It's funny whenever now that I know you, it's like, oh my God, that looks like it is, because you've been in so many cool different things, not little things, but it's like, oh wow, he was in that, and it's great seeing you on screen. It always gives me a it's funny. I end up I think I told this story on Facebook a while ago, but I had people came to our house and to measure the carpet. They were going to replace a section of carpet, and this guy's like knocking on the door, and I answer it, and he goes, "Have we met before?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't think so." And then he's like, okay. So he comes in, he starts measuring, and he stops and looks at me, continues to measure and stops again. And he's like, I said, okay, I was an actor in Hollywood for like almost 30 years. He goes, hey, were you on a TV show called
my name is Earl. And I said, yeah, I did about 4 episodes. He goes, I just saw that last night. You're really cool. So yeah, so just yeah, it was a fun ride, you know.
You've done some amazing things, and I'm so excited about this. You know, and if people don't know this, and I was talking to Mike about this, he's shared a couple things with me, and this guy right here is a fantastic writer. I mean, you are a fantastic talent at writing. I want to see your scripts come to life because you got it, man. You really set a scene very, very well.
Thank you.
And with this, I mean, you guys are off to doing some really, really fun adventures. I know how excited you and Paige are for this journey that you guys are on, and the fact that you have so much in common and so much passion for the same things.
Yeah.
Really cool.
No, so there's a whole with Inseam Saver and just that video I showed. I have outlined a whole series of videos that I'm gonna build upon Inseam Saver universe. I have bad guys that I've already created. I have things called shrinkers. They're going to get into the wash, and the Inseam Saver person will be fighting. You know, she'll be fighting against them. Some really, really cool stuff. And I've already outlined a bunch of stuff. I love writing. I love creating. Even though I'm not doing the acting thing day to day anymore, I'm still very creative and writing my butt off. So it's been good. Yeah.
And I'm pulling up the website now too, because I'm going to drop the link in the chat for everybody too.
Yeah.
So we have that. And then people can go check it out. And I know they're going to watch that awesome super Paige video you put together. And I don't know. I thought that was really cool. Great publicity on that. So
thank you.
Let me drop that for everybody and make sure to take a peek and share it out. I mean, everybody knows a friend who needs this product right here. And like you said, it's one of those products where, you know, it's you guys got the packaging so perfect, but it's such a great, useful product for certain people that are going to need this type of thing. I mean, it's a unique product. It's genius.
Well, first of all, there's nothing on the market like it. There's 4 patents on it, so it's not going to get copied. It's got utility and design patents. Most utilities are the strongest. I took it to lawyers when I met her, and we got it even more strengthened even more. Secondly, the most important thing, it's a common problem that everybody has, and she has a solution to fix it. Everybody's clothes shrink from the wash, period.
Now that I know it even better, I think one of my guys could really use this. It'd be really helpful for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to set it up for him, and I'm going to see how much he likes it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be really cool. I think because he'll have clothes, but it's just not long enough for him. And to have the seam saver and being able to stretch it out a little bit is going to be very useful for him.
This happens a lot with women. Women will buy clothes that fit in the waist, but maybe not aren't long enough. And so this will then, they have that problem a lot. When me and Paige were talking to some waitresses at a bar, a restaurant we went to, we were telling them about it. And they said, this is, that's what they want too. The same exact thing, because they have to buy clothes that fit them around the waist and maybe the butt area and things like that, but it's too short. So this way you can add length to it.
Well, and that's what I was mentioning to you also with the independent films out there. Some of these independent films could use something like that, where maybe something's not, instead of having to, with this outfit's not going to work, you got the seam saver. You're saving money on your project right there, and you're able to make an outfit fit. I mean, it's just, I don't want to say it's simple because you got so many patents on it, but
it's simple.
It's simple, but it's so effective. And like you said, there's nothing else out there like it. And you are a smart man, and you guys got all the, you got the rights to it. Nobody can take it. It's patented. And that was brilliant. I mean, but you're a smart guy anyway. Don't let the big muscles fool you. His brain's a pretty big muscle there too.
The lawyers were not cheap. That's for sure, to get that all squared away. But
they never are.
Yeah,
but it's worth the investment. I think it's going to be a really hot item. I'd love to walk into a store and go, hey, that's Michael Paige's seam saver in the stores. I see it in Walmart. I see it in Target. The home shopping network, like you said. I think
that's what we want to do. Yeah,
it's one of those products, like you said, Mr. Clean. It's an effective, efficient product that, I mean, you're going to have a use for it. And
the idea is, when you buy a product not only for its functionality or use, but you buy it on how it makes you feel, right? Yeah. When you buy I can't buy a Mercedes, but if you bought a Mercedes, right, or BMW or some fancy, high end car, yeah, the Toyota works just as fine. It has 4 wheels, steering wheel, and you can get from point A to point B. A Mercedes makes you feel good, right? It makes you feel better. And so we want to build brand persona and brand identity. So when people buy the Inseam Saver, they're buying into this superhero thing where they're going to be a superhero to their family and be able to save their clothes and their jeans and their shirts and things like that. So that's the whole premise.
Especially with kids and their growth spurts.
Yes.
You can stretch those clothes out a little bit longer.
Socks, children's clothes, all that. Yeah, it's really cool.
Very cool. It's just so it's you guys are smart. Sometimes it's the simple things that nobody thought of that make the big difference. And
I agree.
Whether it's a toothpick or a seam saver, it's effective and it does the job, and everybody needs one.
I agree.
I think it's great, man. I'm so happy for you guys. I really am, and I know how passionate, like I said, how passionate you guys have been about this project. And me becoming friends with you and Paige and seeing how much work and you keeping me updated on how it's going and how excited you were to show me certain things and want my opinion on it. And I don't know, it was a real honor. And I just saw the spark in your eyes with it. And we talked about other things. You're so grateful for the things like we talked about Fantastic Four, but you got so much on your plate right now that you're excited to do with your writing, now with the Seam Saver, entrepreneurs, and really creating a whole new, life with you and Paige. You started your life together recently, and now you guys are doing something to build off of that and creating something really cool. And if you guys have never met Michael or Paige, this guy you see right here, he's big, he's scary. You do not want to upset him. I've heard the stories, and I'm like, Mike, they call him Smitty. He's a dangerous man, but he's a very good man. He's got a big heart, and I'm truly honored to have you as a friend and be able to bring you up here and talk about this.
No, it's good. Well, I have like an update on one of my scripts that just got the one that got optioned just recently called My Good Boy. So that is going forward, which is really exciting. And Brett Wagner, I've written a role for him, so he's in it.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we're excited. We'll be shooting that in Detroit and some in Los Angeles, but mostly in Detroit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been really.
And speaking of Brett, he's also working with Nicole Butler Vegas, who maybe we should play that trailer again for the commercial, because I think she could find a lot of you. She's a fashionista as well, and she has kids and all that other stuff. And I don't know if she's been here the whole time, but why don't we run that again for everybody who might have missed it? Super Paige.
How do I do this?
I got you.
You got it? Okay, you can do it? Okay.
I think so. Oh.
Can you? Here, I'll start over. Yeah, there we go.
In a world where clothes shrinkage plagues mankind, the only solution that will save you is...
What's wrong?
My new jeans shrunk from the wash.
Not again. Pull harder. I'm not wasting $160 on another pair of jeans. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Paige. Stay calm and use your Inseam Saver. Taking just a minute to set up, Inseam Saver can restore, maintain, and even add length or width to any stretchable fabric like jeans, yoga pants, shirts, sweaters, and even delicates.
Whoa!
Just wash, stretch, and let dry. It's that easy.
Wow, they're like new. Thank you.
Remember to use your Inseam Saver. Fix your shrinkage and save a bundle!
That animation is so good, man. It really is. And the voice acting is fantastic in it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It really is. It's very, very well done.
Yeah, I have hired the actresses off of Fiverr. So I auditioned a few of them and tried them out, and it worked out well.
Well, now he's a talent scout. You're on to big things and this new journey you're on. I mean, this new journey, you already done so many amazing things, and now you got all this new cool stuff. I'm envious. I'm so proud of you, man.
Well, like I said, I I have so many funny and cool ideas for videos. I've already started writing that I'm doing. I'm going to get back with the animators again to do all this. I have a whole series. I want to eventually take this and build a like a Saturday morning, comic, cartoons thing for the kids. So, get little girls and, moms all in and, joining the Inseam Saver Club and fight against shrinkage. And I mean, plus there's a whole, I did one little funny short when I first did this, and it starts out, got shrinkage. No, not that kind of shrinkage. This kind of, that playing off the whole Seinfeld, joke. So yeah.
Is it cold outside?
Yeah, there you go. So,
but what was I gonna say? I had something in mind. And I forgot. Brain fart. But this with the animation, man. I'd love to see you do something with it. You guys, you got a great voiceover voice.
Yeah,
you got that great voiceover voice. So even if it was,
I always wanted to do it. So this is my chance. I got to do it. So it was kind of cool. So
I think you could do some great voice work, and you could just sit down in your computer and do it. It seems, you could do it right at home.
That's a tough racket, though. That's pretty tough racket.
Yeah, but it would honestly, the commercial's great, man. It really is catchy, and you show the product so well. Like I was glad, okay. I mean, and it seems like like you said, you can look it up if you have any trouble setting it up, but it's pretty self-explanatory. It doesn't like it's very difficult to set
on the
up.
website, there's all the instructional videos on how to lengthen, or widen, your clothes. So
I knew you would, Nicole. I figured with all these indie projects, sometimes people might need their clothes adjusted. Instead of having to get a seamstress or a whole new outfit, you got a way to stretch it out and make it adjust that the way you need it to be adjusted to without breaking the budget for something else that you don't need to be spending on.
And it's only $39.95, and you think about it, that's so cost effective. You get in one use, you get your money back easy, because a shirt costs that, or jeans. I mean, in the animated video, I didn't know jeans cost $162, but my wife says that's what they cost. I'm like,
well, I don't even wear jeans that much. I'm a shorts guy, except in the winter. I used to wear shorts in the winter, but I'm getting a little too old. I'm not trying to do the tough thing anymore. So I've been wearing jeans this year a little bit. And I'm like, damn, jeans are like $40-$50 for a pair of jeans. So like you said, just one pair. If you can fix one pair of jeans right there, or one shirt, you just saved your money right there if it's fancy enough. And it's not like it's a one-time use product. This product's going to last you, and it's well built. I'm looking at it; it's well made.
More right here. Let me show you this. If I can get up, I'm going to show you this. Hold it. Right here. Hold on.
I agree, Michael Toth. That would be pretty cool. I'd like that. Michael Toth is. Oh, look at that!
It's on
he's got it at the ready. He's got it at the ready. So,
but the thing is, that's on the door right now, and it becomes a part of your everyday use when you're doing laundry. This is what you do.
Well, it's not bulky either. It's you can see it on the door now that you pointed it, but it's not something that's going to be an eyesore on your door.
No, it's not. We made those white to, and if you're an Arkansas fan or a Missouri fan or a Chiefs fan, we can make, Kansas City Chief colors, whatever. But
what you can do is even you got white now, but even doing brown for like my door here.
Yeah.
Leatherface is here. we got Leatherface sitting over here. That was from Mike. Come on, Steel. Come on. All right. But I mean, you put a brown door, you get the brown colors. I think some cool colors would be great for people because they're so small but effective, and they blend in so well. Like you said, it's not going to stop your door where you're banging holes into the wall on your door and stuff. And that's very creative and thoughtful that you guys put into it.
That's all Paige. I just made it come to life. That's all. It's all her idea, and she's the boss. I just work for her. You
just helped her get everything in order, so somebody didn't try to take her idea and her project and her passion away from her.
So the interesting thing is that when I was as an actor for the 30 years I did it, instead of waiting tables between acting digs or like bouncing at a bar, I know that's what Brett Wagner did and others when they first started out. I worked at a test laboratory for consumer and computer products. And so my degree is in computer science, and so that's what I did. And so I grew up with technology, and then knowing that, and got into sales and was able to build businesses from scratch to multi-million in a very short period of time. When I saw this product, I'm like, we got to do something. This is really cool and unique. There's nothing else in the market like it. So yeah, it's good stuff.
And sometimes that's what it takes too. I mean, I don't know how Paige felt about it. She probably thought it was cool, but to hear it from somebody that she trusted and loves, obviously, to hear from the person that she loves, that believes in this product and wants to protect her with it and wants to help her in any way. And like Nicole said, teamwork. You guys, I've gotten to know Paige and Michael. I was, to say it again, blessed enough to be at the special day of YouTube. Beautiful, beautiful wedding. And these guys make such an amazing couple.
I got lucky. I did.
Well, you both did. You're both great people. You're both great people, and you both deserve each other. That you guys are awesome. You both got big hearts. Super. I mean, you guys are true loyal friends, and I love that about you guys. Take away Super Freddy or the bloodiest beatdown winner. Awesome dude. And we get. There's a website. Yeah, I'm gonna put.
You're gonna post it? You post it. Yeah, go.
I'll post it again. I got it right here. So here we go. And it's very easy to find. It's right at the top of the list. Is it going on Facebook? Is it going on my personal? It's just Inseam Saver. Let me pull it up here.
It's N is on November-seamsaver.com.
And it's really, if you put n-seamsaver.com, it comes right up for you.
Yep.
And it's I mean, the packaging, if you missed it, I mean, it comes packaged beautifully. It's like, you see it and something special's in the box. What's in the box? And I told you, I was afraid to open the packaging. It looks so good. And then you see the box, and the box is so well done. I mean, that's a great box, the printed box. And you guys put a lot of effort just into the presentation, which goes a long way. And
thank you.
It has such a great product inside. And now, like I said, Mike's happy I got a tape measure, and I can't make any excuses that I don't have one at the house to do it. Now, thanks, Mike. You're giving me more work here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now I'm counting down the days. Each day I have left, like today is the last Thursday I'll have with my right knee. So, and then tomorrow will be my last Friday. And then
I didn't want to bring up anything that was going on, but Mike, you already had one successful surgery. So I'm guessing this one's not as much stress going into it because how well the first surgery went.
So a year and 3 months ago, almost 4 months ago, I had my left knee replaced. So when I was with the Dallas Cowboys, I blew my knee out, and then with that, and then I had like 3 knee operations after that to try to fix stuff. It never worked, and my career was over with. And so then when you get into Hollywood and you do all these action films and fighting Jean-Claude Van Damme, or running through walls with The Hills Have Eyes, or whatever I was doing, getting beat up by Urkel or whoever, your body takes a toll. And when normally a knee replacement takes around an hour to get done, that left knee took 2.5 hours because it was so damaged. He said it was the worst knee he's ever seen. And because my leg was so big, they had to take 2 people to pick it up to get it into the robot to get it all aligned.
You are a big man. You are a big dude. I mean, I don't feel too small around certain people, but like I said, I mean, I had you, Brett, and Doug Tate around me, man. I couldn't have felt any shorter.
Well, I mean, Doug and Brett make me look skinny. I'm standing next to those guys, like, damn. We were at that one show, all of us together taking a picture. I felt like a pipsqueak. But
you didn't look like a pipsqueak. This guy might have been like a 1/4 inch smaller, and it bugs him. It bugs these big men when they're little. Even this here, I'm like 5 feet smaller than you guys, and it's just
But
cry me a river, Michael Bailey. Cry me a river on that.
Yeah. Well, have you seen my picture right there when I was like 2 weeks
dude,
out?
You were jacked. Remember when I can't think of his name. Where you guys were doing the pose off?
No, this is
with Joe Seeley.
Yeah. No, this one's pretty. That is.
Oh yeah, he showed me.
That's right. That's about 2 weeks before the Dallas Cowboys. So
you were a jack dude, man. It's definitely not somebody you'd want to mess with. You're still not somebody you want to mess with. But dude, what was your body fat? Negative 5?
No, it was about 9%, I think, at that time. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
We need to get Peter Anthony to your knee surgeon, man, because that guy's been having knee problems. I don't know if you know who Peter Anthony is.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm serious. If you're having that much luck with your knee, he's been having so many problems.
Well, yeah, so
see him get it together.
Yeah, so they've gotten a lot better at doing knees. So, and then I'm doing the other one on Tuesday. So it'll take me. It was funny. The first time I got it done, I asked them. I said, and during rehab, I said, "Can I hurt my knee?" And he says, "No, you can't hurt it." I said, "Can I cuss?" He goes, "Yep." I said, so I cussed. I went crazy and and within two months, I was back in the gym squatting and doing everything. So,
well, I'd talk to you about it because I had friends who had knee surgery, and especially in the field, we've had people.
Yeah.
And I've watched people just bounce back with the advancements, like you said, in knee surgeries.
Just incredible.
Because I know you were really, it was definitely weighing on you. And now that you're going in the second one, you feel a little bit less stressed than you did the first time.
Yep.
God,
yeah. No, I do, but still.
It's still surgery.
Yeah. Oh, here, I'm going to show you a picture. So did you know that I did Star Trek?
I did, because remember, one of my guys is a big Star Trek fan.
That's me right there. Yeah. I have a great story about that. So we did this we shot this out in Needles, out in the middle of California. Like, I don't know where it's at exactly, but it literally looks like it's in another planet. And when we were driving out there, one of the other guys that kind of looked like me had to go. He was one of the stunt guys. He had to go and to his hotel room to grab something. Well, when you go, you leave the hotel, you go to the set, and you start getting all the prosthetics done. And it takes 3 or 4 hours, and by the time you get to the bus to get to the vans to go out to the set, which is like probably a half an hour away, he says, "Hey, I need to get something out of my room. Can we stop by?" Well, by that time, there's like the cleaner, the maids cleaning the room, and these were Hispanic women in there cleaning the rooms. And when he opened the door up, she's in there and she just screams, "Chupacabras!" and is running towards like the hills. So it was pretty funny.
Oh my God. I can only imagine, because you're such a big dude too. It's like, oh my God.
So did I tell you the Hills of Ice story? So did I tell you about that one?
No, I don't think so.
So in Hills of Ice, so we shot this in Morocco, right? And so what happened was that of course, just to make sure we don't forget what I used to look like. So that right there, yes.
Man.
Yes. So anyway,
greatest horror fight scene of all time.
Yeah, I went in an awesome Fangoria. It's up and right there behind.
Well, you brought it. Remember, you brought it to Julia when
did.
You came out and visited. Yeah, it was so cool to see.
But the opening scene of the Hills of Eyes, there's these Geiger count scientists with Geiger counters out there, right? And then all of a sudden, I take an axe and I jam them in the back and I throw them around, right? I pick them in the back, and so there's a whole. But that scene is filmed maybe like 45 minutes, an hour away from the main set, from base camp. And so I got into prosthetics, which takes about 3 or 4 hours. And they didn't have a van to take me out there. And they said, well, just jump in this Toyota, little beater Toyota with the crew guy and just ride out there. So I'm in the front seat as Pluto, all dressed up, driving in the front seat through the middle of Morocco. And you're going along and we're out in the middle, and it's desolate. And you come upon these little towns as you go by, and they're all like mud towns with their sheep herders and things like that. It's pretty crazy and beautiful at the same time. And we're driving to this one town to go by it, and there's this big, huge herd of sheep come by. And there's like this guy who looks like Moses. He had the whole, the cape thing, and the big staff. And he's going along, and we had to stop because all the sheep had blocked the road. And all of a sudden, he turns and sees me sitting in the front seat, and throws the cane up in the air, starts screaming in Arabic something, and then runs off into the village. The whole village goes crazy and everybody's running away. And oh my gosh, it was pretty crazy. It was funny, and I was feeling bad for him at the same time.
Well, there's, you know what, Nicole, one of the great things is I've tipped the iceberg with just a few stories. Mike has so many amazing ones. Wasn't there another one where you were in a role and you had the swastika on you? And you were like Dollar General?
Yeah, that was crazy. Someone brought up Monster Man. So I love that. I love Monster Man. That's really cool. That was shot by a guy by the name of Michael Davis, the director. Crazy guy. It's the only time ever that I'd auditioned for the director, and he got up and then after the audition and hugged me and said, "You got the role. I don't need to see anybody else. You just got it. You're perfect." And it was great. So that's what I did. It was fantastic. So yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah, there's so many people that are fans of so many, because you've been in so many different roles. It's like I'll hear that you're in this role and they loved you. That's your favorite role. Some of them are from Charm. Some of them are Pluto. I mean, you've done roles that people really embrace, and it's funny when you see it, because like I said, I didn't know all the roles. Sometimes I know people and then I get to know them. I know I've seen it, but now I know you on a personal level. I'm like, oh, that was him. Oh, that was him. Oh, that was him. I have like no recognition when somebody's in makeup or something, and you really transform a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, you and your Pluto makeup, you do not look like Michael Bailey Smith at all. They did an amazing job on that makeup as well, and you just don't know it's you. And I can only imagine, especially out in like the middle of nowhere, the fact that you're in there and it looks so real, freaking some real people out.
Can I play something for you?
Absolutely.
Okay, let me do this. Let me share I'm gonna share this one. How do I share my screen? I think this will play.
I have not seen it yet now, and I keep meaning to, and then I'm watching Monster Man tomorrow.
Okay, let me see this right here. All right, you see this? Hold on, let me go full screen. All right. Can you hear that?
I don't hear that. Let's see. Danny Trejo. Oh, yeah. I don't have sound on it, but let's see here.
Can you hear that?
Sometimes if you pause it and you unpause it, it'll come back.
No?
No, I'm not hearing it for whatever reason. But
anyway,
being announced by Danny Trejo on top, huh?
I know that's this, and then this is me. I won the Fangoria Chainsaw Awards. But look at the size of me and
Danny Trejo.
It's pretty funny.
I know the feeling that Danny's feeling right there, Michael. I know the feeling well.
Yeah, so it's pretty funny. And then yeah, just different. We could go with it. I don't want to. If you can't hear the sound, then we'll just.
I think I just started to try playing it again.
Let me see.
I thought I heard sound. No. Do you hear it on your end?
I can, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
Well, I bet you we'll definitely play it. If you want, we'll post it out in the Doomsday's Krypt group, so anybody can go check it out there, and we'll post it up in there. I'm sure it's on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's just Heroes and whatever. So yeah, it's called Michael Bailey Smith Heroes, Villains, and Monsters. So, yeah.
Well-deserved award that year. Like I said, I think it's the all-time greatest fight scene. I mean that. I mean, it was one of my favorite fight scenes even before I knew you. It's like, man, that was like such a cool fight, And the way you, unfortunately, I was kind of rooting for you, man. You were a badass in the movie. I always root for the villains a little bit.
If you watch the Hills of Eyes behind the scenes, so I'm 6'4". If you're talking about me, I'm 6'4".
I think he's about 6'5".
I'm 6'4", But you'll see if you go to YouTube, find the behind the scenes of Hills of Eyes. There is a part in there. It shows me coming through the. It's a real door and it's real glass. I have to come to this pane glass door, right? And I take an axe and I have to cut it here diagonally. And it's a real axe and it's got a real pick on the other side. And I'm thinking, if this gets stuck and I'm going full speed, that gets impaled to me, and I'm dying in Morocco, which I didn't really want to be up for. So I was going to say, so when I went through that, I went as fast and as hard as I could and as vicious and violent as I could. And that door exploded open. And they called cut, right after they got that. And I turned around and said, fuck yeah, because I was so happy that I survived. So it was really good.
You made it. So it was probably the scariest scene you've had filmed to date.
You mean that's the scariest thing I've ever done? You mean?
Yeah. Well, not ever done, but on film, I guess. You've done some scary things. I've heard some of the Michael Bailey Smith stories.
So I don't, when I fought Van Damme and Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bulgaria, I got busted up really bad. I got my nose broken. I had my head split open, and so I had to go to a ex-Soviet Union hospital in Bulgaria. There was dead people in the hallway.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Oh,
so and I'm like, and then the doctor comes in scratching his balls going, hey, so you got your ass kicked by Jean-Claude, huh? Whatever.
Hey, let me check this wound, but I scratched my balls for you.
Yeah, and then he grabs like this Sprite bottle with a liquor spigot on it and just starts doing some stuff and cleaning up my head. It was crazy. So yeah.
Like people already researching everything you've been in, Mike. We're gonna go through the classics here. Chain letter.
I'm gonna let my dog out here.
No problem.
Yeah, it's right here. Go.
Charmed. I mean, Mike's been in so many, like you said, Renegade earlier. He's been between films and TV, and not just horror. I mean, action.
Oh, if you look at I've done Malcolm in the Middle. I played this crazy soccer coach, and it's funny. We shot this in a real park in Los Angeles. There was families walking by and complaining that this soccer coach was getting too over the top. I'm like, dude, he's a freaking actor. Is this a scene? They didn't know we were.
Well, that just means you're a good actor. You made it believable.
Yeah, like for instance, I told you about the time when I was in Vegas doing Undisputed with Ving Rhames and Wesley Snipes, and I had swastikas and everything all over my head. All Aryan Brotherhood stuff. And I remember walking out and I covered everything up, and even I wore a beanie, but someone saw the swastika sticking out, called the cops. I walk out of the gym, two Vegas PD cops pulled up, hooked me up, meaning handcuffed me, threw me against the hood, and got in my face and were threatened to kick my ass if I showed my colors. And they were like in my face, what school do you go to? And I went, Eastern Michigan. No, asshole. What prison? I didn't know school meant prison. So anyway, so that was pretty crazy. So later on, I had to scrape off one of the A's on my hand to prove that I wasn't the real thing. And I told him I was doing a movie. So later on next day, I'm on the set, and the makeup artist is like, what happened? And I told her the story. So then we were about ready to shoot a scene. Walter Hill, who's a pretty famous director, walks up to me and goes, hey, Michael, so I hear you ran a little bit of trouble downtown. And I said, yeah, I almost got arrested. He goes, you know what? That's good casting.
Exactly, though. Exactly. It's like, well, I scratched it off because I figured we could touch that up and be cheaper than my bail money.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and then there's a scene. If you've ever driven from Los Angeles to Vegas, you take the 15, right? And as you cross the borders, there's that small town there. And on the right side up in the hill is this abandoned prison. Well, we shot most of the stuff at the High Desert Prison, which is another direction. But for this cafeteria scene, we had to do this huge riot. And so we shot that there. Unbeknownst to everyone, the extra casting director hired all these real life gangbangers to come in and be the extras. So when I'm getting up talking smack to Ving Rhames, and I'm this white, Aryan Brotherhood, neo-Nazi, guy.
You're afraid you're really going to get shanked.
Yeah, there was a dude with a 38 going to shoot me.
Yeah.
in the middle of my scene, going talking smack to me, and the director's like going, "Okay, who's talking?" I'm like, "Oh, this guy over here, he's gonna shoot me." So it's pretty funny. But yeah.
I was working with Bing Rames.
Oh, great. Actor's actor. I can't say that about Wesley Snipes, but definitely Bing is an actor's actor. And plus, he's a dude you want to mess around with. He's a thick dude.
Yeah,
he's not very tall, but he's thick.
Oh, he's a big dude. He's a big dude. I've been to him, so it's cool to hear that he's such a great guy.
He is. He is a great guy. Yeah, I work with, I did Town and Country with Warren Beatty, Charlton Heston, Goldie Hawn, Diane Keaton, one of those kind of all type. Great. Charlton Heston's a wonderful man. He was having cancer. He had cancer time battling that. Got to work with Dana Carvey in Master of Disguise. Great kids film.
That movie.
So, yeah, I did that. Great guy. He just posted something on X a little while ago that gave me a compliment. It was just nice. But yeah, just blessed in the things that I've done. I got to fight a chimpanzee in a movie called Spy Mate. It's kind of cool. I rode a snowmobile like for 3 weeks up in northern part of Canada. I mean, you
got paid and you got the snowmobile. There is nothing. That's the best of both worlds right there.
In that same movie, we had to go to Jamaica after that, so that was crazy. So good stuff. Just blessed for sure. So
you've worked with some legends, man. But I mean, you're a talented guy, and the films, everything you've been a part in, it's like I said, you don't recognize you. You are a very good actor. Like you said before, you can change your personality from super nice to super mean to super scary to, you can play best of both worlds because you just got it in you.
And that's what I liked about The Hills Have Eyes playing Pluto, because in the trailer scene when we take the baby, that baby actually liked me and was grabbing my face and goo goo and gaga to me, and I was doing the same thing back to the little girl. Little baby, and that baby was the most gentle and relaxed baby. It's just really crazy. So
the greatest co-star you ever had, it seems like. I mentioned that before, how great the baby was and how much I loved you.
But that character is great because he went from this innocent guy to full on rage, the whole house thing. So it was great. And then even like in Charmed, Charmed, I did 4 or 5 different characters on that show. Yeah. And no one knew that I was told it was different. I was different people because
I didn't know.
Yeah. So people ask, so how do you when you're doing these characters, how do you separate those so they all don't look the same? So people have their different ways of doing it. Some people do it from a more of an emotional, character building side, and that informs the physicality. For me, it starts because I'm a physical guy, right? And I start from the physical side of things. How he walks, how he moves, how he stands, all those things like that. And then we move from there to that informs me in how I'm going to speak and talk and react and all those things like that. So yeah, it's good. Yeah.
You got a lot of fans here, and they know you and your roles very, very well, man. And you got some big fans here. Big fans.
Monster Man that was a fun movie. And my character's name's Fuckface.
You don't like to say it at cons. I put Mike on the spot. I almost got my ass kicked by Michael Bailey. I was like, what was the name again?
So I don't think people do people know, I think John, you know the story. Do people know about that I was probably a thought away from playing Leatherface. You heard that, right?
No, I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear about that? Wow.
No.
So, as you know, Brett, got the original role. Do you know how he got that? Brett Wagner. You know what kind of the balls he had?
Told me he was talking to director and he's like, they wanted a wrestler or somebody. He's like, you need an actor to play him, and that's how he got the role. But that's what I heard.
So more than that, he was, because in Hollywood, like when you're in LA, I don't know if it's like this now, but in Hollywood, so he basically, there's like, you go to a room and they have all these different offices and you're like all the actors in the middle and you go to audition for this one or you get for this one. It depends on what you're called in there for. Well, he's auditioning for a commercial, but he sees over here, it says Leatherface auditions or something like that, right? Texas Chainsaw, whatever, TCM or whatever, right? Auditions. So he had already submitted a tape or whatever for it. So he went in, and the casting director was sitting there, and there was no one there. And he goes, "Hey, I submitted my stuff for this. I am Leatherface. Let me just riff a little, do a little something, in front of the camera." And that's what he did. The casting director recorded it, and that's how he got the job. That's freaking awesome.
I would have liked to seen how you would have done Leatherface,
Yeah,
though. What kind of portrayal you would have done on it.
So understand, I had finished doing Hills Have Eyes, and so the same people that did the makeup effects, KMB, Greg Nicotero especially, is a good friend of mine. He was really integral in doing the Hills Have Eyes and Hills Have Eyes 2. I did both. That he was also doing Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw stuff in Texas. And the story about how Brett got hurt, and then Andrew Bernarski came in, and then he did the first one. And Bernarski, I know him pretty well, but he's tough to work with, right? So so for the second one, the same thing was happening. He was really hard to work with, and he was on the set, and he got in a huge fight with Greg Nicotero in the trailer. And before they started filming, Greg calls me to KMB in Los Angeles and says, "Hey, I know something's going to go bad with this, right? With Bernarski. I know something's going to go bad. So I'm going to make you up as Leatherface. We're going to take photos and pictures of all that. And I want to, if I could show this to you.
Show it. Yeah, you did tell me part of this story. So I know, like, from where we're starting on.
Yeah. So, I said, okay. So I came in, they did the whole thing. They did all the Leatherface and all that stuff. I had the hair. I was bald at the time, but they had all the hair and that thing. They did all that. And so I didn't think anything of it, Then like a month later, right, I'm in the gym working out, and I get a call from Greg. He goes, "How fast can you be at LAX?" He goes, "I need you to come in and do Leatherface." And then he explains to me why. I'm not going to get into why. It's pretty crazy, but maybe I'll tell people over a beer sometime. But anyway, and he goes, "How fast can you be in LA?" And I said, "Dude, I'll fucking be there like right now. Just tell me. I'll quit. I'll come in my freaking workout sweats." And
I'll run the jet there.
Yeah, he goes, "Give me 30. Give me 30 minutes to get out of this contract, to see if I can get out of this contract." And so and then 30 minutes goes by, an hour goes by. I'm like, man, it's probably not going to happen. And then he calls me, says, "Dude, we paid too much money. We can't get out of the contract. We just can't do it. So sorry, man." I'm like, fuck. So it was close.
Did you get you got pictures of you in the
I do. I
want to see that.
Let me find, if I can find it. Hold on for a second. Let me just go real quick. I'll share this. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Ooh, here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
I agree. I would have loved to see Michael B as Leatherface. I mean, I think he would have been. It would have been cool to see. Bones was asked, Mr. Bones. He said, "It sucks. It sucks. It wasn't you, Michael."
Yeah, that's okay. It's fine. Let me go see here.
So close, though, huh?
There you go.
Damn. Dude, you were beast mode there. Holy crap. That's a great picture. I think you did show me that before, but I didn't remember. But wow, dude, you got a great look going right there.
There's a bunch more, but that's like that's the one of the. Do I have more?
That's a great picture, though.
Yeah. That was good. So yeah, that was it. It's pretty fun, huh?
You got the lost Leatherface, and then we could have the almost Leatherface.
That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, it's pretty. I forget it. I don't think anymore. But anyway, that was pretty fun.
That was the beginning, right? To TCM, the beginning.
Yeah, it's the second one, whatever that one was called. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
with the half mask,
um,
which I thought was a cool mask.
yeah. Let me see if I get. I'm going to show some other pictures here. Here is. So this is. If has anybody seen Chain Letter?
Oh yeah, well who was talking about that? Somebody in the
Oh,
comments was talking
oh,
about Chain Letter.
oh, we're gonna see this one here. So this is badass.
So whoever mentioned it was, I'm not sure if it was Bones or Eric, but one of those two I believe was I think it was Bones.
Look at that.
Beast mode, dude.
Look at that. Now this movie, okay, here you want to talk about some serious shit going on. This movie, first take at night. So big mistake on my part, was a night shoot. So in the morning time, I'm wearing this, right? I know I'm wearing this. My guns are hanging out. I'm freaking jacked, right? I go to the gym and I'm curling 60 and 70 pound dumbbells, curling for reps. And so my biceps are trashed, right? I did back and biceps that day. So we start filming at like 11 o'clock at night. Carl Cifolio is a stunt coordinator. Great guy. He was actually the Thing in the Fantastic Four. I've known him forever. So he's stunt coordinator. First take, I have to pick a dude up and I was supposed to pick up with two hands and then throw him. And he weighed about 190 pounds, right? Pretty big guy. And so I said, nah, I can pick this up with one arm. It's going to look freaking awesome, me tossing with one arm. I picked him up, got him in the air, and snap.
Oh.
I ripped my bicep off.
Oh, man.
And it went and my bicep went up into my shoulder. Ooh. And we got done with the take, and I went over and sat down. I went, holy shit, my body like went into a little bit of shock. And Carl Cifolio walks over and says, hey, did you just tear your bicep? I heard it. And I said, yeah. And you fucking tell anybody, I'm going to kill you. Don't tell anybody. And I didn't. I did the rest of the film with a torn bicep. There was blood going down my arm.
Well, could you see the snap where the
yeah. So I'll show you look at the scar now. Can you see the scar?
Oh yeah.
Right there?
Oh yeah. I remember watching the UFC fight where the guy was complaining. Everybody's like, oh, you're wuss. And in the fight, he tore that and you saw it in there, and it's gnarly.
So yeah, so then there's a scene. Here's another scene too. This is a scene that's got cut out of the movie. Right here. I'll show this one. This is kind of cool. But anyway, yeah. So I love sharing photos. This is cool. I have like all history here.
You always do. When you get Mike with the photos, he's ready to show them because you've got some great ones, man.
This is part of a scene that got cut out. It was a backstory on me, but that got cut. So, but yeah. So
we need the director's cut where they add that in.
Yeah. But yeah, so then I just finished the rest of the film that way. So it was pretty crazy.
Nicole's wondering, how did you push past that and not letting others know with such an injury?
So the makeup effects people knew, and the stunt coordinator knew. Now the reason why I didn't tell anybody about it is because they paid me, because I just finished The Hills of Eyes, and I had, they hired me because of my work at Hills of Eyes. And I won the Fangoria Chainsaw Awards, for that. And so they hired me because of that. And so they paid me all this money up front, and I was not going to give it back. And so that's kind of what, so I just said, screw it, I'm going to do it. And that's why it took like, how many, 2.5 hours to fix my other knee, because I'm crazy like that sometimes. So.
Yeah, you've done something, man. You had that. You still do. You have that look. Like I don't know how many people come up to you and say you should be Kingpin.
Yes. Okay. I've heard that, but you know what?
Many times.
Vincent Devar.
He's amazing as it too.
He's a badass guy. I don't think I could. Here you go. You ready for? Here you go. Bam. Me and Joe Seeley.
I love that picture. We displayed. Joe brought that up. It hadn't been seen. You forgot about that picture. It hadn't been seen since you guys were on set.
That's in the trailer. That's like post Dallas Cowboys. I'm about 280, 290 there, and I'm freaking ripped. So
yeah, Joe's a great guy. I told him, if you guys ever run into each other and you happen to be doing a con, I know you got so much going on, so cons are going to be very limited for you coming up this year, at least. That'd be a great picture for you both to sign.
Yeah,
photo op together because he's such a good dude too.
Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, don't want to get the girls too crazy, but I'm just kidding. Here's my.
You know the girls love. Everybody loves MBS. All the ladies love MBS.
This is my first headshot. Are you ready? Here we go. There you go, Barrel. There you go. That's where to go.
Look at that, serious man.
Okay, done with that one. Okay, we're moving on.
He's got that serious look. He's like, I don't know if it's the death stare or the ladies. Hey,
okay. So let me see what else. I'll show you some some cool stuff. Oh, let's talk about this one. This is you're gonna like this story. This is from. Oh, I love this. I love this shot. Hold on. This is from Hills Have Eyes 2. And this shot is great. So let me talk a little bit about this. So first of all, totally different character than the first one. When we shot this a year later, I put on some weight because this guy's a big badass guy. The snot you see coming out of my mouth is my idea because originally they didn't want that, but I went to the producer. I went to
and her reaction looks very real.
Oh, it is. Let me tell you the reason why. So, first of all, that's the same ooze they use in Aliens, right? It comes out of the aliens, the creature's mouth. They just put food coloring in it or dye to make it look kind of greenish. So I put that in my mouth, and during this take, a big glob goes right in her mouth. Right in her mouth. And that's the reason why she has that look. And she was a trooper. She goes, oh, she's like, oh my, she goes, just keep going. It's fine. And so this is like one of the only times ever that I've ever called cut, because actors never are supposed to do that, right? During a filming. And I called cut because the director at the time, I'm actually raping her, unfortunately. And I say to her, you give me baby. And so I know that's a freaking great, crazy line, but
it was a crazy movie. I mean, it was a crazy series. It's not out of that movie was definitely crazy. So that line fits perfect.
but anyway, so what happened was though we kept going, and I'm like, I hate to say this word, I'm dry humping her, right? As we're filming or going further, we're doing this like forever. I'm like, okay, cut. I said, I forgot the director's name. They actually fired him later on. But anyway, because it was like too much. It was like way too much, and I was like, it was unacceptable.
Crossing boundaries.
Yeah. Oh, so here I'll show you some. This is some good stuff here. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite TV shows I worked on. This is Family Matters, me and Urkel.
Did I do that?
Yeah.
You guys have some cheese?
Yeah. It's the one Urkel turns into Bruce Lee. And
I remember the episode, and now that I see and know you, I know it's true. But I watched Family Matters all the time. I mean, I think everybody watched TGIF at the time. If you were
okay, here's a classic. There's a movie called Best of the Best 3.
I watched that.
Yeah,
I love the Best of Best series. Best of Best 3 was great because it brought the MMA side to it, the cage fighting. I like that.
Here is with me and Arlie Ermy.
Oh wow,
is that great? So
yeah, one of my favorites.
He's now passed away, but we ended up killing him there. So
legend. I mean, he obviously the remake, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah,
Full Metal Jacket. Really, I mean, that was such an iconic role.
And here is a classic. Here's a classic. So going through like a show and tell here. So this is it right here. So here, so filming that was in Bulgaria. We shot this at a abandoned train station. And so all those prisoners, it's funny, Von Damme broke my nose on purpose because I became too popular on the set, and he's got an ego and didn't want that to happen. And there was a point in the filming where, you know, when you stay there for 2 or 3 months, you get to know the people around. And there was this one dog was pregnant and it had little puppies.
Oh,
And it had like maybe 5 or 6 puppies. Well, all these people you see in the background are just locals. And
you got Dr. Evil back there. He stole your hair.
Agreed. The thing is that they don't treat animals the way that we do in America, right? And so there was a puppy walking by, and one of those guys kicked the puppy like freaking 20 yards.
Oof.
A big yelp. And I turned around in the middle of, we're about ready to film. I turned around, I went, hey, you want to fucking kick somebody? Kick me, bitch. And I started walking toward, and of course he doesn't understand English. He just thinks he's a crazy bald guy coming at him. And then everybody starts cheering, you know, of what I did. And Van Damme got jealous and walked up next to me and was like, yeah, you know, don't kick a puppy, you know, kind of situation. So later on, when there's a whole fight scene happens, he's supposed to pull his punch and he buries a back elbow into my freaking face. And
well, I can say you're a better dancer. I mean, his dance moves weren't too good. I saw Mike dancing through the at Minnesota. He was busting some moves. They'll let that big man fool you and let those knees be an excuse. This guy's got some rhythm.
Here is me and I love this shot here. This is me and Lucy Liu in a TV show called Southland.
I remember Southland.
So remember this?
I do.
So this is the episode here where she actually saved my life in an earlier episode in another time. And so what happened is that I came back to thank her, and she thinks I'm here to hurt her, but I'm here to show her that I put a tattoo of her on my body. So she was pretty nice.
Yeah, she seems
Nice
like she'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big fan of her. She's been in so many really, really cool roles. Kill Bill.
I
I love her in Kill Bill.
Oh, are you ready for this one? Here we go. Well, I spoke about Renegade earlier. Here we go. Okay. I neglected to tell you when I did Renegade, my partner was Jesse the Body Ventura. That's it.
Is that Jesse?
That's Jesse right there before he was governor of Minnesota. So,
I was always he was my favorite wrestling announcer. You know, obviously in Predator and everything. He's I don't know, big fan of Jesse Ventura.
Do you remember in Predator, the Indian guy?
Oh yeah.
He's passed away now.
Right. I forget his name, but I know they had to have security on there for him because he was off the wall.
Yeah, so that's what he said.
Intense.
He goes, they had to, because of his drinking and other things like that, they had to post people outside his dorm room his hotel room, so he didn't sneak out. So, but yeah, that was right before the Fantastic Four. So pretty cool.
That's cool. You worked with Jesse Ventura. Like I said, he's probably my favorite. You know, in that movie too. I mean, he was just Jesse. He had that voice. He was Jesse Ventura, and
he's a great guy.
And I actually saw one of my favorite announcements. Oh, Men in Black 2.
So this is a funny. When I did this role, I'm in a point in my career where I'm not doing like one-liners and two-liners and things like this, right? So I'm doing guest stars and leads in films and stuff. So, but when Barry Sonnenfeld calls your manager and says, hey, we want Michael Bailey Smith for this role, we know it's dinky, but we'd love to have him. And so they spent 3 weeks to make this outfit for me, this leather outfit that I wore in a film for 15 seconds, if that. So, but it's funny, you get to the set, I'm standing and I meet her, and then we do a rehearsal, and I have to actually lick her face. I go, hey, pretty lady, you taste good, right? And I drag her off in the
I remember the line. I love Men in Black series, man.
Especially
the first two.
I'm sitting there, we're setting up between shots after doing a couple rehearsal, after doing a couple takes. And I go to her, I said, Laura, I feel kind of weird. I don't even know you, and I'm licking your face. She goes, I kind of like that you don't know me. It's kind of
look at you, Mike, Mr. Dude. You've had so many great experiences with so many people. I remember seeing Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Jesse Ventura.
Oh yeah.
And one of the favorite lines was when Hacksaw Jim Duggan had a big snot hanging out of his nose. And look at that Duggan with a snagger. Absolutely disgusting. Vomit.
You remember this is kind of the greatest shot. I won't show that one. Let me see something else. It's kind of cool. Let me see. Okay, here's the undisputed shot. If you haven't seen it, this is a great shot of me and Ving Rhames. Is this fun? This little show and tell? We can stop.
I love it, dude. I absolutely love it. I think people are enjoying it. I mean, people are huge fans of your role, man.
So this is Ving Rhames. So in the back of my head is a huge swastika. So this part we actually shot at a prison, high desert prison, and it's so funny. It was Ving, Wes Studi, me, Wes Studi, and some other guy, well-known guy, and then me. We're in the van, and we have to be there like 8 in the morning. It's like a 2-hour drive to go from Caesar's Palace where they put us up at to drive out there. So we're in the van and we're going along and everybody's talking and jabbering. All of a sudden we come over this hill and you start seeing the prison lights. And this is a high security prison. It's a high one.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a scary moment, man.
And that was a serious pucker factor, because when you go into the prison area, they search the van, they search you. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, so good stuff.
Dude, you got some legendary photos, man. You're a photo guy too, man. You kept a good record of all your images and all your roles and all the iconic moments.
Okay, here is something. And if guys, maybe it's before some of your time. In the 90s, one of the most popular TV shows, sitcoms, was Murphy Brown.
Oh yeah.
And she every episode would go through a different secretary. This was my first sitcom, and I was scared shitless.
I can believe it.
I didn't know. So they did. It's under a live audience. I'd never done theater before, nothing. All I did was get in front of like thousands of people playing football, right? So they had a big board, their rollout board. They hid me, and then when she walked over and said, "Will you file this for me, please?" And she has that blue envelope thing. They pull it away, and everybody starts laughing. And I go, "Oh, I'll file this because no one can file this folder better than me. The typing, the master of Manila, the something. And then I did such a good job on this part here. They actually, because normally in sitcoms, they time this down to the second, right? That's how they do it, right? And it's a 30-hour thing. And so
you've got some new fans out here, Mike.
Thank you. But the thing is, they time it down to the second, and you can never. But they like me so much, they added like another little scene for me, which is really cool, and I was really happy about that. So it was really cool. This is I love this shot here. I'll do this one here. This is cool. This is from. I love the look on here. This is from Master of Disguise. So that's from Master of Disguise. So yeah,
I remember your role well in that. I went and saw Master of Disguise in the theater.
Yeah, and then
I was a big Dana Carvey fan, so I remember your character well.
Yeah.
Once you said you were in that movie, I remembered exactly.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. This is me and Jeff Daniels. You guys know who Jeff Daniels is, right?
Oh, of course.
Me and Jeff Daniels in My Favorite Martian. So this is the part where
that was another good movie. I didn't realize it was you because you had the hair on.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's just
the first half of the first part of my career, like the first 10 years, were with hair, and then when I did Charmed, right? So let me just tell you this real quick. So Daryl Hannah turns into a big monster and eats me in this, so it's just kind of cool. But I screamed so hard doing this because I wanted to impress them so hard. I almost passed out. My lights started going out. But let me show you the main character that I played in Charmed, and this started a whole.
Me and my guys were watching it. They love the show because it's on, I think, Amazon Prime now.
So this is Balthazar, and so for the first from 1990 to 2000 or 1999, I did everything with hair. And then for Charmed, I had to shave my head. And then that, because luckily I look okay with a bald head, right? I don't have like big bumps or.
You got a good head for the bald, man. So, you got a good look.
yeah, so for this, they added an eyebrow piece and a little bit of a nose piece, and then some ears, and then of course the scalar contacts. Those are hard to wear, the full on eye ones, and they have to be fitted to you. Because I remember the first time I did Babylon 5. I played this one Narn. It was like one of my first sci-fi shows I did, and they just put on someone's scalars, and they freaking killed my eyes.
What's your favorite kind of role? I mean, you've done so many different roles. Is there something that you really like enjoy the most? You know, I mean, I know you love all your roles, but like the action, or when you're like in Charmed and getting all in the makeup and having a different look, does that bring out a different character and different personality once it's on there? And it's like, oh, it gives you an idea for this character and how I want to do it with the.
It does. It does. So I'm going to show. I never show this picture, but I'm going to show this to you.
Listen, we're lucky guys. We're getting exclusive Michael Bailey Smith pictures, ladies. Keep it simmered down now.
So there I am. That's my baby picture.
Look at you.
I know.
You were probably only like 7 feet and 3 tall.
So that understand that is Grandpa Bailey. So my middle name is from him.
Oh,
and,
nice.
And the story is, and I will tell this story, and I don't tell it too often, is that I have a biological dude, I don't call him a dad, that I've never met. When I was this age, when he, what can I say? Some bad things happened. So were the part where my life was definitely threatened at this age. And he stole me for a while. My mom got me back and escaped to my grandma and grandpa's house. And Grandpa Bailey went out there on the porch when that dude tried to show up to get me. And he had a shotgun and says, and he's an old Air Force dude, crooked fingers, everything like that. He's been around, been in war and things like that. And he
wasn't playing.
No, and that guy disappeared. Never saw him again. So anyway,
he was there to
this guy was a badass guy. So anyway, that's my story.
You were a big ass baby.
I was
like 4 feet tall toddler there.
I know, but So just then, if you have a chance, on Amazon, there is a movie called Bloodshot.
I saw it.
Bloodshot.
Very good movie.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I got caught up in a lot of politics, meaning between the producer and director. This, to me, was one of my most favorite roles here, playing this vampire. I played like a Nosferatu, Terminator type vampire. Great role. It was written for me, and it was fun. So. Yeah.
Nicole says you're only a day old in that picture.
yeah, probably. But
it was a good movie. Yeah, Bloodshot, guys, check it out. You told me about it, and I was like right away on it. And I loved, because I love vampires, and I love the Terminator. You put two of them together, it was a lot of fun. And like you said, it got chopped up, and you could see it, but you killed it. You crushed it on that role leading.
Thank you. Oh, I'll show you some. Here's some. This is I'm gonna probably not this. No one. You remember the TV show Silk Stockings?
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I remember the show. It was a popular show.
Look at that hair. That's my hair. Look
at this guy, Fabio, the Fabinator.
Yeah. Bro. That's so funny. It's funny. There's a guy, somebody's Biner. He was a comedian, like a real life comedian. But in the show, he's supposed to hit me in the back of my back. He has a pad on it with a shovel. And he hits me right in the back of the head. Oh, that hurt so bad.
I can believe that. I've heard shovels to the back of the head can be a little painful.
Here's one of the best shots of Hills Have Eyes, which I love. And this was a hard scene to do.
I know that I got some favorite scenes, so I want to see if it's
that is classic, right?
It is, and it's such a. It's really emotional scene. It's a very tough scene, you know.
Yeah.
But it's so effective. It really sets a tone in that movie.
Yeah.
That puts it there. That whole scene with the RV and everything really set like a really it set a real difference between the original and the remake.
Yeah, you know, and the thing is, when I did this, you know, I got this role. The director called me and says, Alex Aja, and says, did you watch the original? I said no, and he said, don't. He goes, you are your own dude, and so yeah, this was hard because it was tough for her, right? I'm trying to do something with her, and I'm, you know, basically I'm a goofball. I don't know what's going on. And so, but in the scene, she keeps kicking me in the balls the whole freaking time. And I'm like, oh, can you like not do this, please? Bam, kick me in the balls, everything. Because her legs were at one time between my legs. One was like, and she would keep kicking, trying to get away from me, and I getting smashed my balls.
So when you were done with her, were you like to the director, good job? Everything looked good.
We gotta show this. We gotta show this. This is classic here. And there was people talking about Monster Man, so I gotta show my Monster Man.
Yeah, you got some Monster Man fans here.
There you go. I love fuckface. So
yeah, that's a popular picture. I remember you signing a lot of them.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So
it's definitely one of those movies that the people that love it absolutely love it. The ones that I've seen it love it.
Like the whole walk, it was my thing. The way I talked, everything like that was just me. You know, was all me. And so
you know what we need to do sometime is do a Michael Bailey Smith watch along kind of stream where you can sit there and talk about some of these. But I'm serious, that would be really cool. Like Monster Man would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So,
but introduce people to some of the movies that are obscure, but it's so loved by the horror fan base.
Yeah. Just good stuff. I just blessed in everything that I've done. So, just everything that I've done, I've been very blessed, for sure.
You've done some amazing, you know. I mean, between Murphy Brown and Family Matters, all the way to Pluto. I mean, Super Freddy.
Let me see if I can play this now. Hold on. Let me do this. I took my.
That's the movie though, Nicole. Monster Man.
Yeah. So let me see if I can play this now. I think you can hear this. Maybe not. Let me see. Window. Okay. See if you can hear this. Can you hear it? Looking for this, boy. It's a little whoosy hurt. The last step of my forging is my pain. The price with which I purchase the death of the slayer. So that was that.
You know what's cool though, and you got them. I don't think it's. But two franchises. Charmed, you played multiple characters, and then with the Hills Have Eyes, you were in 1 and 2. I think that says a lot about the people that I've worked with you to see you being able to not only play one character but several characters, and nobody realizes unless they kind of know you. I mean, that's super cool, and that says a lot about you and working on those series and movies.
I can play more if you want to see what this one is.
I always like seeing it. Hey, anything that my buddies and man, I enjoy it. I think everybody else is enjoying it too.
All right, let me see. This is one of my most favorite shows I worked on. It's called Nash Bridges. Have you heard of Nash?
Oh yeah.
So let me do that one. So Nash Bridges was I played. Yep.
Right.
Yep. So this one's pretty good.
Hey, hi.
Inspector Dominguez, Officer Mike Willis from traffic.
Hey, thanks for coming over, Mike. Listen, I got this problem.
Traffic problem?
Yeah, it's a speeder. He's up and down here like crazy. You know, it's a family neighborhood, and I got a little daughter.
Say no more. Got 3 of my own. All I want them to do is grow up secure in the knowledge that they're protected by the purity and simplicity of the MPSL. Maximum posted speed limit.
Right.
All anyone ever has to say to Mike Willis is, all right, Mike, bring peace to my neighborhood.
Okay. Hi, Mike. Bring peace to my neighborhood.
Done.
Thanks.
So
Hilarious.
So in this one, I of course I'm over the top crazy, and I go and arrest everybody. Blind people are going across it doesn't matter. I'm arresting everybody. And he's like, okay, that's too much, But I end up doing a pretty good job that they had me back for another episode, so it was good. Okay,
well, that's just you, man. I mean, you're a lovable guy. I can only imagine that you're a big, scary guy looking, but you're such a lovable guy, and I can only imagine working on set with you that they were like, man, we got to use this guy again. He's just a big man and good man and talented.
Okay, we'll finish off with comedy. Here we go.
Okay.
Dr. Farley, I figured out why the father's in Jamaica.
You go?
Hey, Sleeping Beauty, wake up, man. Huh? It's time to get down to the rhythm of the island.
Sure. There was times when Lisa was rude and obnoxious. But I know now that was no excuse to always be beating on her. Oh, baby, I was just so sorry.
She cheated on me. What we're going to do is go out on that field, and we are going to have some fun.
You kids make me sick. If you're not puking from exhaustion, you're not playing hard enough.
It's a beautiful day. Let's go out and enjoy the sunshine and play some soccer.
We'll rip their heads off. Do you hear me? Now stop crying. Stop crying, you little baby. Hey, fella, why don't you just ease up? Come on, they're just kids. You hear that, man? That's what a loser sounds like.
Okay.
You had to mess with Walter White. You turned that normal guy right there, and you made him. You changed his whole life. But I loved that show too, Malcolm in the Middle, man. That's how cool is it to see what he's done with his career after too.
I know.
With the Breaking Bad series. Did you watch? I'm sure you did. Breaking Bad series.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what a great series! Malcolm in the Middle is such an iconic series. I can't believe it was. Like, it feels like it was yesterday, and that series has been over for a little bit. But that was I remember that episode, and it's funny because I'll see these things, and I didn't realize it was you. But I know you got to get going. I know it's getting late for us.
Thank you,
guys. Inseam Saver, Inseamsaver.com.
Thank you. It's going to be awesome.
Very cool.
We have a lot more videos coming out. It's going to be fun. We're going to start promoting this a lot more. And Nicole, I appreciate you, wanting to get one. That's awesome. And anybody else, I appreciate it. So yeah. So
it's a great product.
And you too, John. Thank you for doing it. You were the first ones to buy it, and we really That really
Oh,
means a lot.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
man. I'll have to save the box and have you autograph it next
No,
time.
that would be awesome. That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
man. Well, I'm super proud of you guys. I'm so excited for you guys in this business venture. And, you know, you've become such a close, you and Paige have become so close to me and very special to me, special friends. And I thank you for coming on because I know you have surgery coming up.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's been starting over.
And it's been too long since we've had a chance to just kind of sit down and talk and chill out. And we always have a fun time when you're on the podcast. So thank you, man. And best of luck with the surgery. You keep me updated on that and let me know how it goes.
All right.
And we're all praying for you to heal up quickly, man. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody. I'm not sure when the next step is. I know we have a show next Thursday, but we'll probably have something before that. So stay tuned. We'll do something fun. And peace out, guys. Inseamsaver.com.
N-seamsaver.com.
N-seamsaver.com.
There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, chat.